The prosecution presented 3 witnesses in the ongoing trial of the murder suspect, Christopher Okello, in an open court sitting at Ggaba Community Church grounds.
You know the accused?
My lord, I know the accused.
The trio is a police CCTV analyst, Emmanuel Odongo, Detective G. Mutaka, and a CID officer attached to Kabalagala Police Division, James Eseriat. Odongo furnished the court with the CCTV footage from the police and private facilities showing how Onyum had moved from his Chanja home to Ggaba in a higher Toyota RAV4.
It proceeds towards Ggaba Trading Center.
Onyum was captured on the fateful day returning as a passenger on a motorcycle by the road CCTV at Kauku Ggaba bypass.
How the suspect disembarked, he closed, as I was earlier on explaining, and confirmed whether it was properly closed. So he therefore now walks towards the scene.
The next private camera that captured him is at Renewal Circle, located behind the scene of the crime.
So at that point, my lord, you see the suspect with the backpack, putting on the black glasses, the sunglasses.
However, upon cross-examination by the defense, the court was informed that the CCTV camera at Renewal Circle never captured the morning attack.
Were you given any explanation as to why these cameras were not operational in the morning hours?
My lord, since I interacted with the system myself, I established there was a power breakout at that time.
Odongo told the court that he deemed Onyum to be mentally stable.
Could you identify that the driver or any of the drivers in those vehicles could have a mental illness just from seeing the cars?
The driver was very conscious and observing traffic regulations, could stop at the traffic lights to show that the lights are red, not allowing him to proceed. And once they go green, he was able to proceed and he could not knock anyone on the way.
The scene of crime officer, G. Mutaka, testified that the knife used in the murder was recovered outside the school fence. However, the fingerprints from the knife were never taken.
I did not lift fingerprints from the knife because the knife had a rough surface at the blade and it also had a rough surface at the handle. And my lord, by principle, we don't lift fingerprints from rough surfaces. That's why I didn't lift the fingerprint from the knife.
6 knives, some of which were recovered from the bag that Onyum had been seen with before arriving at Ggaba Early Childhood Development Center and his home, were tendered and admitted in the court.
The murder weapons, he told me prior to the incident, he bought a number of knives, some of which he used in the execution of the mission.
The detective who interrogated Onyum told the court that the suspect had called 112 to rescue him after he had allegedly committed the crime.
Having slaughtered the children, when he saw the crowd coming to respond to the matter, he had made a call to police emergency line 112.
Eseriat testified that Onyum had apologized, well knowing what was awaiting him.
In his final remarks with me, said he was sorry for what he did. He apologizes. He said he knew that what he did had consequences.
It is the second week and day 5 of the trial of murder suspect Christopher Okello Onyum. The prosecution team has presented 15 witnesses, but they say there are still more along the way. This signals that this case is well into its early stages. Jackson Onyango reporting for NTV.